Hey guys, from the brick cobblestones of Georgetown, where I'm getting a very late start today because I've been running around doing back to school stuff with the kids. But now I got a few minutes to myself, and I thought, let's walk through Georgetown and well, go get some stuff I need. So we are on, where the heck are we? O Street, I think. And that house there, that's the house from the movie The Man with One Red Shoe. That was a Tom Hanks, Carrie Fisher, Dabney Coleman, I think, and Jim Belushi, all starring in a comedy remake of a French movie, The Man with One Red Shoe. It was actually not bad. Not great, not bad. Kind of funny. But they lived right there in that house during the movie. Let's go down to the Apple store and pick up some stuff. You can hear the bugs chirping, and there's a quiet stillness about the air right now because, well, it's pretty gray skies up there. Yeah, we got one of those afternoon thunderstorms coming in the next hour or so, maybe, kind of. Nobody's really sure, but everything is kind of quiet and soft right now, with the exception of the commuters zipping through the streets on their way to get home. There you go, there's the clouds. All right, let's keep making our way down to the Apple store. Now this street here, yeah, it is O. O and P are the two streets that still have their old trolley tracks. Trolleys don't run here anymore. The streetcars have been done away with, but they left the tracks here in the cobblestone. Well, because it's kind of cool looking, don't you think? Absolute pain in the butt to drive on. Absolute pain in the butt to drive on. I've pointed these out a few times before in the past, but you see that marker up there? That is a private fire insurance marker. This is the Valiant Hose Company. And then there's another one down here, probably a different fire company. Yeah, I don't know which company that is. But in the days before government fire services, you would pay fire insurance to a different fire company that would put up a plaque on the side of your house. And if your house came on fire, then you knew which insurance company's fire department would come and respond. That was eventually done away with the creation of municipal fire departments. But they still have the plaques down here in Georgetown. Let's go just a couple blocks and we'll be where we need to be. That's an elementary school. I think that's Hyde Elementary School. It's a pretty good elementary school for the city. Public. Peaceful and quiet. Now up ahead is the old Georgetown Cinema, which has in neon lights the words Georgetown. Very iconic in a lot of movies. I think if you watch St. Elmo's Fire, you'll see it. If you'll watch Enemy of the State with Will Smith, and pretty much any movie that was filmed in DC and Georgetown, that they use that theater's marquee as a backdrop. It's not a theater anymore, it's actually a coffee shop, but they kept the marquee outside because, well, it was so iconic. Now this yellow building right here on the end, this was the employment agency of Dave. Have you ever seen the movie with Kevin Kline called Dave? A brilliant political movie. It was actually quite cute. Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline. He used this building as his employment agency. I remember when they were filming that movie, they actually had to put a sign up saying this is a movie set, not an actual employment agency. Go get a job somewhere else. Now that little place over there, Amp Pizza, that used to be Au Pied du Cochon, this sort of late night French place. It was famous because it was the last meal of a KGB defector. There was a KGB defector who fled to America to basically run away with the ambassador's wife, only to be spurned by the ambassador's wife. So he went in there with his two FBI handlers and was having dinner, and he excused himself to go to the bathroom. He went into the bathroom and he kicked out the window, and then he ran up Wisconsin Avenue to the Russian embassy, banged on the gates and said, "Help, help, the CIA have been poisoning me with mind control drugs. I want to go home to Russia." So he was paraded around Moscow as an example of the CIA's attempt to blackmail and intimidate Then he disappeared from public view for a long, long time. Imagine he has intimate knowledge of Siberia. What is it called? Yurchenko? Was that his name? I can't remember. Martin's Tavern over here. This is where Kennedy supposedly proposed to Jackie. It also says it's where he wrote the inaugural address in the Kennedy booth. Many presidents have come here. They have different booths. Yeah, you can see the proposal booth. JFK and Jackie frequently went to booth number 3. So this is where he proposed on June 24th, 1953. Nice crossover. Up here on my right is a Wawa. Now, most of you have heard of Wawas. Wawas are like gas station 7-Elevens out at truck stops all over America. But this is actually the largest Wawa on the East Coast. Woo, we're number 1. Yeah. So if you like a massive collection of candy and junk food, that is the number 1 Wawa on the East Coast. In a huge building, to be honest. I like it because they have Tootsie Rolls. All right, let's go into the Apple store here, yeah? Okay, we got my new toy. My phone has a new screen protector, and we're down on M Street, the main heart of Georgetown's commercial district, with overpriced restaurants and cheap beer. Well, not really any more cheap beer. There's something new down here, though, I wanted to show you guys. I just saw it the other day. And like all cool things, it's in an alley. This alley is dedicated to missing Americans. Not missing, but held overseas. There's Brittany, the basketball star. Who else is on here? Austin Tice, I believe, here is held in Syria. These are all Americans who are being held illegally overseas in other countries. And this is put up to remember them. This Marine, I can't remember the Marine story. Is he the one in Russia, maybe? And this guy's in China. So there's a whole mural here for the Bring Them Home, hostages and wrongful detainees. There are currently 65 publicly recognized U.S. citizens being held. 18 of them are displayed on this wall. So there's a QR code. If you guys want to know more, you can just scan that QR code. And that's for Americans currently being held and detained illegally overseas, so that we don't forget them. Fire alarms. Life in the big city. So, the building just had a fire alarm. Every few months we have one. My kids are over there. They've got their go bag. It's really loud. So guys, that was a pretty quiet day running around Georgetown. I should note no animals were harmed in that fire. There were 1 or 2 dogs in the grooming area of that pet supply store. They were rescued by the firemen. The dogs are fine. Tomorrow, surprise, surprise, Joe Biden is actually popping back into town for a few hours. He's going to come back to the White House, sign the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA Act, whatever that is, and then he's going to chop her off to Delaware and spend the rest of the week in Delaware. All right, we will be back tomorrow with more exciting stuff and whatever else we see. I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.